This is the path of success through balance. We all want happiness in life, but we don't stop to define what this really means. You can't achieve a goal if you haven't clearly defined it. Once you've defined it and created a map to get to that destination, you just need someone to hold your feet to the fire. At that point, it's like a gun firing at the beginning of a race. Before, you were just walking towards your goals. At times, you may have even been walking away from them for a while. But after that gun goes off, you're running, and you know exactly where you're heading. This is the power of success through balance. Time for Life is unlike most other coaching firms and coaches. Many different types of professionals refer to themselves as coaches or executive coaches, but most of these people and companies don't do what we do. Most coaches and coaching firms are not holistic. They don't deal with the whole person. This sort of approach can be effective, but it can't work to reach that peak of motivation and fulfillment that Maslow and Herzberg talked about. Coaching covers a broad range of topics. Many professionals who generically refer to themselves as executive coaches are really instructors for specific business skills, such as sales, networking, or leadership. And these are great skills to have, but it shouldn't be confused with the kind of benefits to be gained from our unique 8-point coaching approach. The appeal of these coaches is most often to offer improvement in a person's areas of weakness. The idea being that they're not strong enough in some particular area and their client needs improvement or reinforcement. But this goes against our entire philosophy. We deal with professionals. These are people who are the top 10% upper achievers. Our services are not appropriate for 90% of the population. Our clients don't worry about trying to put a Band-Aid on their weaknesses. They know that the greatest gains are made by people who supercharge their strengths and hire other people to fill their weaknesses. They don't stress themselves out trying to be all things to all people. Instead, they create a mastermind group and focus on leading, inspiring, and creating. When most other coaches and coaching firms talk about balance, they're referring to achieving balance in the 4 domains of leadership. These are executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. While we stress balance as a person in the sense of Maslow and Herzberg, trying to achieve a balance in skills, leadership or otherwise, is a waste of time, especially for top-level successful professionals. This isn't some outlandish claim. It's based on the results of a landmark 30-year research project by Gallup, and it explains why people follow leaders. They researched over 1 million work teams and over 20,000 in-depth leader interviews, plus 10,000 followers, and discovered some incredible truths. This research has provided some eye-opening truths about how we lead effectively. It also discovered some funny insights about our ideas surrounding leadership. They found that people who strive to be competent at everything are the least effective leaders. They also noticed that everyone thinks they're a good leader. In a recent survey of over 1,000 U.S. adults, 97% rated their ability to lead as above average. They also discovered that the best leaders are not well-rounded. This is because leaders of the most successful organizations, they discovered, don't have a balance of the 4 quadrants of leadership, these being executing, influencing, relationship building, and strategic thinking. But that person's team does have a balance between these 4 quadrants. They also discovered that of all the leaders surveyed, Gallup did not find one single person with the world-class leadership skills for all 4 quadrants, which puts the idea of a born leader into a new light. Finally, they found that the most effective leaders stay true to themselves and hire others to round themselves out. Zoning in on strengths is just as important for followers as it is for leaders. Gallup's research showed that when the leadership of an organization fails to focus on their employees' strengths, the chances of that employee being actively engaged in the company are a pathetic 9%. But when the leaders focus on the individual strengths of their employees, this engagement skyrockets to 73%. That's an 8-fold increase. So here's the point to all of this. If you're thinking about coaching, stop for a minute and take an assessment of the goals and needs for you or your organization. When most of our clients do this, they suddenly discover that they're spending much more time working on their weaknesses than focusing on their strengths. Could this be holding you back also? The concept of coaching is very broad. Be sure that you know what you're getting and that it aligns with your goals and needs. In the case of coaching, experiencing is believing. So, if you're ready to find out what coaching can do for you, go to our homepage right now and schedule your free 15-minute initial coaching session.
Hi, this is Sonia Gallagher. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. If you've still got questions, you can go to our FAQ page. We also have a breakdown of information for some of our typical clients. If you're an attorney, a business owner, an executive, or a professional on your way to becoming an executive, you can find out specifically how coaching can help you.